Hi, this is Nikolai from 4Sound, and I'm here with Ryan and Tommy from the Alice Cooper band.
What's up?
How's the tour going so far?
We love Europe, especially Scandinavia. Always. The best crowds in the world.
And I am back in my motherland. This is my motherland right here. I am Viking blood.
That's so awesome.
He is. His name is Danish.
Yeah.
Comes from Denmark, and then, you know, I live in Stockholm, so yeah, we're Scandinavian brothers.
That's awesome. And you're like taking a pause from the tour after tomorrow. You're playing in Copenhell in 3 hours or so, and then you're going to Norway tomorrow, and then you're taking a break, right?
Tiny break. We have like a very small break for about a month, and then we pick it up again in the U.S. and Canada in August, and then go out pretty much till the end of the year.
And you're doing the...
Yeah, I go back out with the Vampires on the 30th, so I only got like 4 days off, which is cool, and we get to do a bunch of festivals in the States, so it should be fun.
Awesome. I want to talk a little bit about your gear that you're bringing here to Copenhell, and I guess that you're bringing the Gibson 6, as you're very famous for.
It's actually, I've upped it one.
You upped it one?
Maybe 1.5 this year. It's the Gibson Big 7, because I also have a double neck out with me. I have an SG double neck. But the Gibson 6, as I always talk about, it's the granddaddy of them all, the Les Paul, the SG, the ES335, Flying V, Explorer, and the Firebird.
That's awesome. So awesome.
I got fucking the Big Red with me tonight, man. That's right.
That's right. What is that? It's a cool 335. What is
Yeah, I
it?
got the Alvin Lee. I'm playing the Alvin Lee. God bless you, Glenn.
That's our drummer sneezing, taking over the interview.
I'm playing the Alvin Lee Gibson Custom Shop Signature guitar, which is amazing. And I also have this Memphis 335 that I'm playing, and I have my SG with the triple pickups. It's actually the Gibson Les Paul SG Custom.
And that's the Glenn Buxton honorship.
Yes, exactly. That's right. Always got to have, you know, the SG to honor Glenn Buxton.
A lot of people, if you watch the old YouTube, the old videos, you'll see that the original band, both the guys, Michael Bruce and Glenn Buxton, they both played SGs. So Tommy and I always try and start the set and with the SG sort of as a tribute to that.
And then you're bringing the JCM 800 for you and the...
All the way, you know that until someone finds a better recipe for it, Gibson through a Marshall is just kicks ass.
I know you can't. I played a 900. He plays the 800. I played a 900. So that's it. Exactly. You can't go wrong with
it's
a
Gibson.
Gibson.
It's a good recipe, man.
I know.
I know there's a lot of combinations out there, and I'm willing to try just about anything just to see what it is. But until this day, until someone comes up with a better recipe, I'm sticking with what I got.
Are you still playing the 14 standard Les Paul?
I'm playing a 14, a 15, and I actually have, no, not the 15, I have the new 2016 Les Paul standard that's out with me tonight.
But I'm guessing that you could have chosen like a vintage guitars or whatever. Why did you choose like the newer stock models, and so to speak?
Well, the reason why is because I want people to understand that even though you can, and you know, if you buy a Gibson now, years later it will be worth a lot of money, but the thing is, it doesn't matter if you pick one up that's from the 70s or if you pick one up from 2016. I'm telling you, my 2016 plays just as good as my 1978 Cherry Burst. And so, and pound for pound, the sound, it's like I said, it's that classic humbuckers pickup sound through a Marshall high gain amp. Sounds great.
And you're both using the gain mainly from the amp, right?
We don't. Yeah, that's it. We really don't play with a lot of gain. Seriously, it's like I'm pretty clean. It's like I wish I could play with more gain, but it's just when you play the Alice Cooper songs, you want it to give it that classic feel to it. And I think if we added so much gain, it would sound so metal. And to me, it's more classic rock sounding for us with this. If I was playing in a metal band, I'd be playing a metal rig. But with this is all rock.
I think that the best way to describe it is that hopefully our sounds move air. You know, the tone kind of moves and you kind of feel it. We're very lucky to be able to play with cabinets that we actually feel, even though we both have in-ears. The whole band's up on in-ear monitors, and we have a great in-ear monitor engineer. Night after night, I get to feel that sound coming through me, and I think that's the biggest thing for a guitar player other than the crowd, it's that feeling of playing a chord and going, yeah, it moves you a little bit.
And you don't even have a distortion pedal, right, or overdrive pedal. You just like play this.
No, I use a TC Electronic spark plug for my lead boosts and stuff. It was a trick that I learned years ago from when I was playing with Slash. It was just like this little thing he used to have as an MXR micro amp, and I know that Eddie Van Halen used to use the same thing, and Eddie's one of my sort of idols that I look up to as far as tone, obviously. But TC Electronics came out with this spark plug, and that's been my go-to sort of boost.
Yeah.
Do you have a boost?
No. I mean, I have it on my pedal board, but I don't even touch it. It's like I just hope the sound man just goes, oh yeah, here's a lead.
Yeah, you know what? Our best lead boost is our sound man.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
But you got the analog man, right? The King of Tone.
Yeah, I do have the King of Tone, but I hardly use it. It's in there. You know what I mean? So it's like, and plus with the hollow bodies, you know what I mean? They're already feeding back, so it's just like, all right, I don't need more feedback. So.
I've never heard you have a feedback problem. My 335 doesn't feedback at all, and I'm playing. Like I said, we're not playing with crazy gain.
Yeah, no.
We're not playing with crazy gain, but with the Alice Cooper Band, we're lucky enough to play venues that are kind of sometimes small theaters all the way up to big festivals. So we kind of actually get a lot of different tones. You know, when we're sitting on stage. Some nights it sounds completely different than other nights, but it's still consistently fucking powerful.
Yeah.
How to transpire the thing that he started in the late '60s, and now you're playing music up until they produced in 2014 was the latest one? Yeah, you produced it. How do you transpire that through the guitar sound? Because I guess you need to sound a little bit different from the different decades.
I just think the way we play, it's very consistent. So we make it just sound like that. I don't know. It's just like we play really well together off of each other. You know what I mean? We do. It's like when I hear that, I go, it sounds like authentic to me. It sounds real. It doesn't sound like me and him are trying to make it sound like that. It's like we know the parts, we honor the parts, we play the parts right, you know? And it works.
I mean, I always say you play the right guitar for the right song, right?
Yeah.
And the tone is one thing. Sometimes you'll get a song that requires maybe I'll use my Firebird because it has more of that mini humbucker, more of a single coil type sound, even though mini humbucker's not a single coil. But then sometimes it's like aesthetics. It's like the way it looks. So if we're playing Feed My Frankenstein, that's when I take out the Flying V.
Yeah.
You know?
And when I play Feed My Frankenstein, that's when I take out the SG for a little more gain.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. And what about the delays? I want to talk a little bit about your different delays, because you got the two TCs, the flashback delay and looper, right?
Yep.
And then a replica also. So that's 3 delays in one pedal board, right?
Yeah, with 3 guitar players, I don't get to use that much delay. but again, sometimes it's for coloring of sounds. Yeah. You know, there's a song that we do, "Is It My Body," that I wanted a really nice, quick slap back echo to. So that's what I did. That's what I programmed one of the delays for. You know, and I know that a lot of these sounds can be programmed into amps these days, and you can have everything programmed and on file or however you want to do it. But for me, it's kind of like sometimes there's something cool to be like hitting the button and getting it right. You know, and some nights it's not always right, but you know what? It's always fun.
Yeah, are we periscoping?
Glenn, what are you playing at this tour with Alice Cooper?
I'm playing drums and cymbals.
But what kind of drums and cymbals?
Okay, DW drums. I'm new with them. This is the first tour with the new rig. Gibraltar rack, custom rack, Sabian cymbals, been with them a long time. Regal tip sticks, Evans drum heads.
It's
Yeah.
really nice to hear drums
Yeah.
with some tone finally.
Yeah, the guys are digging. The guys are liking the rig, for
Yeah,
sure.
love
Yeah.
No triggers.
No.
No, sometimes I'll use a little bit of trigger on the bass drum just for my in-ear monitors. What you hear out of the front of house, pure, unadulterated drums. Yeah.
There's that one little secret weapon you got.
Well, that is obvious. That is a pad that triggers an 808 kick, but
Oh, look at that. He's going crazy.
it's not a rolling pad. It's a Yamaha DTX pad.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's painfully obvious that that's electronic, but the drums, kick, snare, toms, real deal.
Everything's real. We don't play the tracks. So when you hear it's out of tune, that's us, man. We're singing it sharp, flat, bending it sharp, flat, whatever. It's rock and roll, man. It's the way it's supposed to be played.
That is the biggest compliment you can pay us. If you come to our show and you say, you know what, it wasn't perfect, but it rocked our world, then we're happy. And then we know we've done our job correctly. So come out and see an Alice Cooper show this year, or next, because he's never going to stop.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and thanks to the Alice Cooper Band.
Perfect.
Glenn, Tommy,
Yeah.
and Ryan.
Great.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.